What is going on, my beautiful sisters and brothers out there? Happy New Year. Um, Happy July. Happy October 29th, guys. What is going on? Welcome back to another episode 238 of the Michael Lab Show, where nothing is ever said, no thought is ever thought all the way through, and words come out of my mouth, words that maybe should not come out of my mouth, words that may haunt me in the future, words that may get me in trouble in the future, but we do it for you guys, and we do it because that's just what I feel I should be doing right now with my life. Guys, I I apologize for the last episode. It was not my best work, and I'm fully aware of that, and I do apologize for that. It's a weird, it's just a weird episode, man. I was not feeling it at all. I was in a weird mood, man. I was abnormally stressed, and I don't know. I was stressed because I had to do a presentation in one of my classes, and it was only a 2-minute presentation, and it was on a subject that I know a decent amount on. It was on autism. So, I don't know why I was stressed. I just wanted to kind of get it out of the way, and I felt like the podcast was kind of in the way a little bit, even though I would have just done nothing if I didn't do the podcast because I didn't have class until a certain time. But I do apologize for that, and I'm sorry that I was in the mood that I was in. I do apologize for that, but we're doing a lot better today. We have some subjects that we want to talk about. Just a few things that I've also been getting into lately, which I don't know if is good or bad, but I've been getting into I have a friend of mine who is in the world of, I guess you can call it meme trading or penny stocks, you could say. And he was just telling me kind of the money that he was putting up, and he's putting up a lot of money, and he was doing well. And it's a risky thing, right? It's not essentially what you do is you get on Twitter, you follow some stock guys, and then you keep up with their notifications. If they say something, you look at it, does it look good? Then you buy it. If you don't buy it. So what I've been doing, which is, this is not stock advice at all, by the way. I'm not giving out advice at all. But so what I've been doing is I've been having fun with it. It makes up literally less than 1% of my portfolio. By the way, Shiba Inu, dude, I put $40 in Shiba Inu about a month and a half ago. Dude, it is taking off. It has made me, I'm at $220. 220 divided by $40. That's a 550% return. I've made a 550% return on Shiba Inu. Don't mess around with the power of the meme. I was talking to my friend yesterday at work, and dude, the meme is it's not just memes anymore. They're not just funny things. They're the way for mass communication to happen on the internet. And if the internet's the platform for the whole future, if the internet's the spider web that allows people to stay in touch, then a meme has so much value to it. It can get a message across so easily. And also it doesn't just get a message across, it's interpreted a certain way by certain people. And it all started in my head. The meme started with The Office. And that little tiny GIF that Michael Scott puts up, where he says, "That's what she said," or "Yeah, that's what she said." And ever since then, it's kind of it's taken off. It's in a world of its own. But the meme is a stalemate too, in an argument or in conversation on the internet. But Shiba Inu was it was a coin that was deflected off of Dogecoin, and Dogecoin is started as a meme coin, and then Mr. Musk found hold of it, took off. He tweeted about it. He put up a meme where he had a sandstorm out in Egypt, and it had the face of the Doge on it, and it said the Doge is taking over the financial system, and it showed the sand going over the city. and then it just blew up. Like Dogecoin went from like 0.0001 to like a penny, to 75 cents. It took off to the moon, and then like to the moon became a thing, and then like Shiba Inu it was just traded on a certain platform. I think I forget what it was called, but then it became traded on Coinbase, and then I remember because I tried to buy it pre Coinbase, but I just couldn't figure it out. And I'm a fucking idiot, so I didn't spend too much time trying to figure it out. But I put in $40 about a month and a half ago on Shiba, and I'm up 550%. It's just crazy. And I see the argument when people say, well, they're just meme coins, like they don't have inherent value. But like the internet, I think, is slowly changing the way that we look at value. Like, what is more valuable than having a following? That's the ultimate value. I think there is a value to a good product and a good service. But a good service and a good product, the intention of both of those things are to have a following. But if you can create something that doesn't have to be a good product or a good service, but has a built-in following, I think that's value. I think that's modern day value. And that's what you see with like these coins. You see Twitter, you see like these cult-like followings on the internet, and they just take off, dude. You got to think between YouTube and Instagram. Twitter's like the main place. Like Twitter is the financial system in a lot of ways. A lot of people, like that's where I go. Like that's where I go to get all my information. Is I just get on Twitter and I see what's going on. I see, oh well, this coin's up so and so. I'm losing money so and so. Like right now, I'm down 1%. So on this one coin, which I know will take off. It's like the volume is crazy on some of these things. But there's this new wave of like money. And I think if you take this stance of like it's a fad, you're done. Like it's crazy to me. Like, or before I get into that, so what I did was I started out with $70. I put $40 or $30 or no, 30, 50. I put $50 into the market. Or no, yeah, I took $40 and I put it between two companies. And then that day I got about 100% return. So I took the money, $80, and then I made like $10 somewhere else. Anyway, so I started with this $40 nugget, and I'm just kind of using that nugget to play like this day trading, not even day trading, but like swing trading game. And I'm putting together the pieces right now, and it's something that is fun, which I think is dangerous, but it's fun, and I think, and when I'm playing with $40, it's not like I'm not liquidating my assets. Like I'm not liquidating my holdings in the S&P or Invesco QQQ or like ARKX or Bitcoin or Dogecoin. Like I'm not doing that. Because that would be, in my opinion, that's a bad idea. Also, what I'm saying is probably a bad idea. But if I could take a $40, just two 20s, and just kind of snowball at it. Like in my head, if I can turn $40 to get a 50% gain, I have $60. Invest that in something, get a 50% gain, I got $90. And then $35. And you can see like the snowball effect. And it's probably too good to be true, but I'm playing it right now. It's worked out so far. Like I've put $97 into a stock. Actually, as I'm recording this, it's currently happening. So that's why I'm looking at my phone. I put it in a stock called BXRX. I put in $96 or $92 into it, and it's even right now, but it's a stock that I think is going to break out after hours. So if I get a 50% gain on that, that's $45, and then I just sell that, and then I can use that money to put in something else. So I don't know. I don't recommend it to anybody, but if you have money just sitting around, why not like give it a go? Like just try it. Also, don't listen to anything I'm saying, but I think it's I don't know. I think it's fun. I think there's a lot of people who like shit on day trading and like they shit on like this risk, but like I don't think it's a risk, man. Like I think it's only a risk if you're investing more than you feel comfortable with. Otherwise, it's not a risk. It's just not. Like I'm okay if I lose $40. I don't care. Like, would it be nice to not lose it? Yes, but like, am I losing sleep? Like, my professor said he was talking about his failures in investing. He's an angel investor. One of my my entrepreneurship marketing professor at school at Towson. He's an angel investor, and he was talking about like He sleeps better than anybody he knows. And he's an angel investor. So you would think that wouldn't be true, but he doesn't invest more than he feels than he will lose sleep over. And like that's how it should be done. Like if you're putting in thousands of dollars like people did during AMC and GameStop, and if you lose your money, man, like that's like if you're withdrawing from your savings, you should like that's a bad idea. You should not be doing that. That's a horrible idea. Like also what you shouldn't do, which I learned early in the game, was sell others like holdings to invest in new holdings. I didn't realize what I was doing. Like also another rule I kind of given myself is don't get on Robinhood, don't get on a trading app while you're exercising. And it sounds so cheesy, but it honestly is like so helpful because when you're working out, you feel so good. You're just optimistic about everything. So you could, if you were to make a bad decision, it would be during exercising. So like my rule is like, don't invest. Don't even get on whatever Robinhood, Webull, or Fidelity, Wells Fargo, or whatever you use, Charles Schwab, which sounds like such a slave owner name. Like it sounds like a Charles Schwab sounds like such a white English racist name. Like it just sounds dirty. Charles Schwab. Schwab. Isn't like the thing that goes in your ear too? The Schwabs. The ear thingy majiggies. Anyways. Yeah, just don't invest more than you don't feel comfortable with. That's that. So I've been doing that. Dogecoin has been kind of slumping. Shiba Inu has not been slumping. Shiba Inu has been making me just a crazy amount of money. And it's, will it drop? Who knows, man? Like it was supposed to like, is this supposed to be on a, like, is this supposed to be, 1 second. Let me just see if I can buy more of this shit. 3.27. Sounds good. Cool. Bought 5 more shares because that's all I got. Just keep on buying, bro. The whole market. Yeah, Dogecoin's going back up, boy. Fuck, what was I talking about? Yeah, so Shiba Inu it might go back down, but like I said, the power of the internet, man. The power of Twitter and the internet it's just something we've never seen. It's a tool that we've never seen. And I look at cryptocurrency and like the way of retail investing as like, there's times in human history where like there's an influx of wealth, right? And right now, or it used to be oil, and then it was real estate, which still is there, but like OG real estate. And now it's like, this is it. Crypto is it, man. Like I can look up right here. I'll Google Apple stock. Here you go. So this is their max chart. So if you bought Apple stock October 30th of 1981, it was 4 cents. It didn't get up to $1 until 2004. So that is 23 years. It didn't move to $1. But like that, this is what I'm talking about. Like between 1981 to 2004, that is cryptocurrency. From 2010, when Bitcoin was invented, to 2021 when it hit 66,000. Like the same growth that we see there, that 4 cents to the dollar. I swear to God, that's going to be the same way we look at Bitcoin from 2021. Like if you look at somebody who invested in Apple during that time between 1981 and 2004, you're like, holy shit, you're a game changer. Like that was crazy. Congratulations. You're a multi-millionaire. That's how we look at people with Bitcoin from 2010 to 2021. But if you invested in it, if you're investing in it now, like you still can get huge returns. Like from 2004 to about 2016, it went from $1 to $24. From 2016 to 2021, it went from 24 to 155. Like I think we're still at that early stage of Bitcoin. Early stage. Like there's that classic in business you always learn about that chart. Like there's the early entry, there's early gain, like people who get in, and then it hits mainstream media. And then once it hit mainstream media, that's when it really takes off. that's when people start knowing about it. And I think we're like getting to that point. I think we're getting to that point where people are going to like start hearing about it, and everyone's going to start buying it. And people are already doing that now. Honestly, like people are already doing that now, but I really do think we're closing into a time where Bitcoin is going to take over the world, Ethereum is going to take over the world, and if you didn't get into it, you're going to hit yourself over the head, because it's a perfect time to get into it. So that's that. The one thing I did want to talk about, and I have it on my notes, and it's, there's a few things. I want to talk a little bit about there's two people, Elon Musk and Dave Chappelle. I want to talk about the Dave Chappelle thing. I think that's what I want to talk about. So, I just want to be upfront, honest with everybody. I did not watch the whole special. I stopped the special, went to bed. I was tired, so I didn't finish it. I had about 15 minutes left. What I heard, so the special starts with him saying, I am basically going to get canceled. Like, he told people that going into it. So I'm already like, so if I'm a viewer and I'm like, okay, so I'm going into this, he's saying he's going to get canceled. That means the material he's about to share is going to be very, very edgy and very intense. That's that. He couldn't be more honest up front. And then what I saw of the special, you can definitely tell the subject matter he wanted to talk about was trans people, right? And he did. And it was funny. And I think this is an issue with comedy in a lot of ways. Comedy's not for everybody. And this is something that there's an array of, okay, so the way that music exists, if you don't like R&B, but you love country music, you would never say that you don't like country music, or that you don't like music. You would say, I don't like R&B, but I like country music. Comedy's the same way. Even in my personal life, I can't take Taylor to some comedy shows, like Anthony Jeselnik, or even like Joe Rogan. Like she thought Rogan was funny, but I don't know if she would find him that funny now. I don't think she would find Anthony Jeselnik funny, because he goes hard in the paint. Like, he makes bombing jokes, 9/11 jokes. Anthony Jeselnik is a slugger. He kills it with his little field of he has a niche, and he crushes that niche hard. Andrew Schultz is the same way. Andrew Schultz goes hard in the motherfucking paint. That's comedy, though. And when I watch comedy with her, what we watch is Whitney Cummings, Taylor Tomlinson, Nikki Glazer, Azalea Schlesinger. We watch these people because they're female comedians and they're funny. Like, they're funny. If you don't like them, that's your own. You cannot like somebody. And I think that's my ultimate issue with Dave Chappelle, or with the reaction Dave Chappelle's special is getting. Words are never. There's certain words that you should not say, in my opinion. The racial words right off the top, slurs against African Americans, slurs against Asians, slurs against Hispanics, slurs against Irish people, Jews, whoever. You shouldn't say them. Slurs against dwarfs. There's just certain things you should not say. Not saying you can't say them. You can totally say them. But if you say them, there's a cost for your words. When you say something, there is a rebuttal. But that's okay, as there should be. If somebody goes up to African Americans, they're saying the N-word, there is going to be a harsh punishment. Is that person allowed to say that word? Absolutely, they're allowed to say that word, because words would not get you thrown in jail unless they encourage violence. But you're going to get your ass beat because you can't say that. You just should not say that. There's a lot of meaning behind it that's extremely negative against certain words. But in the case of Dave Chappelle, It's comedy. Its intention is to make you laugh, and he's not making. Here, it's complicated. It's complicated because I love Dave Chappelle. I think his jokes are amazing. I think he's great. He went hard in the paint. Even there was points in the special, I'm like looking around the house. I'm like, is anyone else watching this? Because this is aggressive. I laughed the entire time though, because it was funny. It was artistic, and he did a really good job making points. And I think whenever someone laughs, I think when people laugh, it's because there's a nugget of truth in it. And I think that's what he was saying. I support the special. I think he's the GOAT. I think when it comes to comedy, he is like the dude. He's the dude right now. I would say him, Rogan, Joe Coy, Theo Vaughn. I was thinking about Joe Coy, dude. Who's probably like, Joe Coy's a savage, dude. He's a savage, man. Theo Vaughn, even like Chris D'Elia. Like Chris D'Elia could sell out theaters right now, even though he was canceled. Like these guys, Bert Kreischer, like he's a savage, man. Bert Kreischer is a absolute savage. I almost messed his name up, but I didn't, Tommy. And I didn't, Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer, the dude with no shirt. I also think you were, were you culture appropriating there, Mr. Bert Kreischer? At FSU? Talking to you, Bert. Were you culture appropriating? I'm just kidding. You were not. But I was listening to Rogan's podcast, and he was like, was he culture appropriating? You had people chanting in there. They were going like, I don't want to do it. But they were doing like some Native American shit, bro. Anyways, yeah, no, Dave Chappelle's a king. And I love the special. It's hilarious. Just because you laugh at something doesn't mean you agree with it. Just because you find something funny doesn't mean that what they were saying is mean. Like I think there's room for funny. And I don't know. Maybe that's just, I saw the special. I immediately, the first thing I thought in my head when I saw it was like, oh, here we go. Because you knew that it was going to be a tidal wave, a flood of people just losing their minds. So when it happened, it was like, I think that was the funniest point for me, because when it happened, I was like, there we go. Like, here we go. This is what he set out to do. He set out to make people lose their minds, and then people lose their minds. It's like, how simple is it for people to lose their minds? Anyways, I salute Dave Chappelle. He's the king, man. He's the king. He's not a bad person. He's a funny fucking person, dude. It's a Chappelle show, bro. This is Dave Chappelle. He's the king of comedy. Yeah. And what is this absolute idiot of a person? I gotta look this girl up. This was great. This was so funny, dude. This Ashley Marie Preston girl. This is, oh god, this is so funny. So she was the lady like developing these walkouts for the Netflix people. So trans activists this is from Yahoo News. Trans activist anti-Asian tweets resurface after Netflix walkout against Dave Chappelle's special. This is just so funny to me. This is what happens, man. We launched, okay, so this is from Terror Field, Reign of Terror. Shout out to your Twitter handle. Sounds intense. I work at Netflix. Yesterday, we launched another Chappelle special where he attacks the trans community and the very validity of transness, all while trying to pit us against marginalized groups. You're going to hear a lot of talk about offense. We are not offended. That's fascinating. She's a trans software engineer. Not important. The trans parts, I don't understand why we do that. Along with two other employees, were suspended for trying to crash the company's quarterly business review meetings and protests. The three have since been reinstated, but other employees. God, I got to find these tweets, though, man. They're so funny. Because this is what happens. These people, like, activists behind Netflix, activists. Here we go. Comedy special has made bigoted tweets against Asians and homosexuals in the past. Because nobody. Here we go. Now these are not me saying this. This is her saying these things, and so this is what happens, man. This is what happens with people. They get this. Everybody has dirt in their closet. I have dirt in my closet. I've said things. I grew up saying words that I regret saying. I grew up saying bad words, and I didn't mean to, and it wasn't intentional. But I've said bad words in the past to certain people that I wish I never said. But I learned my lesson, and I don't use them now. And I think that's why I'm not out there trying to attack other people, because I have done it too. I understand what it means to learn, and that's good. But then there's the people who have done things, said things that are horrible, like I'm about to read to you, and instead of admitting, they just go out and now they try to cover it by being like this big savior of another movement. Like, it's crazy. Ashley Maria Preston, the activist behind the Teams Trans Netflix walkout over the Dave Chappelle comedy special, has made a series of problematic tweets in the past. Screenshots of tweets she has made in the past have gone viral that reveal a deep-seated hatred towards Asians and homosexuals. That's so funny. That's not funny that she hates them. That's just, irony's funny to me. I think irony's hilarious. When irony is probably my favorite type of comedy. Matt Orfalea, who is a documentary filmmaker and journalist, according to his Twitter profile, shared screenshots of her tweets where she can be seen expressing a desire to commit violence against homosexuals. What a fucking asshole. And by the way, I was raised in a Catholic community where I honestly thought that being gay was a sin. I'm being very honest with you. I thought that. I thought being gay was a sin. I thought it wasn't natural. In the Bible, a man and a woman creates new life. Gay people can't do that. But I've learned, and I clearly don't think that now. But I've learned, and I have to admit that. I admit that. So when you see things like this, and then you see somebody who, instead of learning, they're out there doing other things, like creating movements against for trans people. Meanwhile, they are bigoted towards another group of people. They're virtue signaling. They just want attention. They're a narcissistic sociopath. They want attention. That's what it is. They want attention. And then she said this September 8, 2018. This is not what I'm saying. These are her tweets. This is from Oplindia. Opindia. She said, September 8, 2018, bro, I'll beat the dog shit out of you, furry slipper wearing ass F-boy. IRL, I don't know what that means. I'll smash your effing head in like a can of A&W root beer, but I'm a fall back and let you keep pretending for the internet, dick rider. The series of tweets also show bigotry towards Asian Americans. I guess calling someone saying someone's wearing furry slippers, is that a slur towards homosexuals? Homosexual sounds a little, like it seems a little outdated. Like saying someone's a homosexual, it seems a little, heterosexual sounds fine. But I guess heterosexual is the majority, not the minority. Anyways, a series of tweets also show bigotry towards Asian Americans. In one tweet, she claimed that she had broken her phone on the head of an Asian woman. Once again, not laughing. I'm laughing at irony. The tweets are littered with abuses of the worst kind. Here we go. Let's get it started. Asian hoes act like they won't get karate chopped they mother effing throat. What is this hoe staring at? Mind your beeswax. Hashtag bitch. Latino and Asian businesses need to stop being rude and effing disrespectful. And I know it's a lot to ask in California, but speak mother effing English. Ye is idiot. Hashtag ye is idiot. Another damn Asian almost hit me while crossing. What the F is it with y'all and damn vehicles? I have an idea. Continue. McDonald's on Wilshire, eating my salad and protein wrap. This Asian N-word, keep looking at me. What does that mean? Asian N-word. He's something. This Asian N-word in Subway got fat ass. He almost looks like bitch from Hashtag SMH. These are from 2011. He's almost looked like bitch from behind. There's something about just leaving out the A that makes it that much funnier. Just broke my phone on this Asian bitch's head. I have Asian friends, but they some mother effing weirdo. Hashtag weirdos sometimes. Hashtag. I can't even read that. Almost got hit by an Asian in a BMW as I crossed the street. Yes, I know what you mean. But the important thing is that we didn't say it. Racist ass. I don't do Mexican, Asian, or Samoan. Just cuss that Asian bitch clean the F out. You mess up my order and then blame me. English is my hashtag English is my first language, bitch. Never ordered again. Oh, Ashley Mary Preston has served as a campaign surrogate for Elizabeth Warren during the latest. Oh, that's good. That's good representation, Elizabeth Warren. You should definitely have somebody who hates every race in the world, apparently. Apparently she loves white people, though. She didn't say shit about white people. It was then that her past tweets have surfaced, for which she issued an apology. Christie blamed her substance abuse. That's fine. This is my issue, too. Like, there should be responsibility. Like, I don't care if you're a drunk. I don't care if you were high. There should be responsibility. You're an adult. You make those decisions. You have to apologize for it. You have to say, yeah, I effed up. But still, the irony there is hilarious. I guess she did apologize, but I don't know. Funny's funny to me. I thought it was funny. Messed up. So yeah, I recommend the Dave Chappelle special. Go out and watch it. It's hilarious. I think it's really good. He does a really good job. Also, while we're talking about specials, go check out my boy Theo Von. My boy, like I'm friends with him. I ain't friends with him. He doesn't know. He has no idea I even exist. Literally no idea that I exist. Oh, he might. I don't know. I've talked to his producer before. But yeah, Theo Von he's a legend, dude. I'm actually seeing him November 6th, I think, in Baltimore. I'm super excited to see him. He is. I've been listening to Theo Von for 3 years, 4 years maybe, probably 4 years. God, dude, that long. Holy crap! I guess I can kind of look here. Let me look. This past weekend is when I really first started watching it. I've been listening to him for a long time. Let me see. How do I go? Oldest. I didn't start when the Yvonne Pedigree commercial. So funny, he was in commercials. The Past Patience, Please. This past weekend, number 11. Nope, wasn't that one. I gotta look at the thumbnail. Thumbnail is when I really start going like, oh, okay, that's when I start listening. Yeah, no, it actually probably was this one right here. Yeah, it was definitely here. It's when he first got into like his new studio. Yeah, 4 years ago, man. That's when I started listening to him. God, that's crazy, dude. He was getting 49,000, like 20,000 views an episode. I mean, when he first started, like his first episode this past weekend, he was getting 2,000 views, 6,000 views, like nothing much at all. And then he went ahead and, his newest stuff is getting 300,000 plus views, 100,000 plus views. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And like, I don't know, he's a savage. Anyways, I'm seeing him this upcoming weekend, 2 weekends from now. Super excited to see him. He's fantastic. He's great. He's just a genuine person. Just a genuine person. He does good for the community. He does like things for like single moms. Not what you think. He gives them money, and he gives them time, and he listens to them, and he helps their children. So I guess the one other thing I want to talk about real quick is this billionaire's tax plan. So I wouldn't say I'm a big investor. I invest, but I'm not out there making billions of dollars. I'm not Elon Musk making $36 billion in a day. By the way, shout out to Elon Musk for doing that. I respect the shit out of him for that. Anyone who gets mad at somebody for making that much money, get out of here. Get out of here, man. It's just weak. You're weak, bro. He's created hundreds of thousands of jobs. He's innovating beyond belief. He's gonna have the biggest companies in the world. SpaceX and Tesla are the most popular companies for people graduating with engineering degrees in the country. There's a reason for that. Like, only people who shit on Elon Musk are people who are weak-minded people, in my opinion. For when it comes to money, I can understand like everything else. He's eccentric, he's crazy, he's wild. He's probably not the easiest dude to talk to. He's probably not like the best of friends. He lives at SpaceX in Texas. He sleeps 5 hours a day. He works 19 hours. He works his ass off, and he deserves to make 37. I have no issue with him. He put his balls on the line, and he went ahead and kicked ass. I'm going to save this for next episode because I want to talk about it next episode because I can go on for a while. But back to the investing thing. Like, they want to do this thing for unrealized gains. This is an issue. This is an issue because we already pay so much tax money right now, and they can't manage that. They can't manage that. I'm paying so much tax. Like, every dollar I get, they take 20 cents. More than that. That's a 20% extra income that I could be investing in. That's a lot of money, dude. And they're taking that, and they're not doing anything good with it. I mean, I guess they kind of are, but not really. Well, I would love to see the percentage of taxes pay out politicians. I wonder if I can look that up. Percentage of taxes that pay Congress. How much of America's taxes pay Congress? Myths about Congress. Who pays Congress salaries? What do U.S. Congressmen get paid? The compensation for most senators, Representative gets $174,000. How do members of Congress get paid? Not how much. Anyways, how much? I don't care about how much they get paid. They get paid off the money that I give them. But like this whole idea of like this unrealized tax thing, it's nonsense. And you can say what you want about billionaires, but here, okay. So if you're on a salary, if you're on hourly, you're paying taxes. It's coming out of your checkings account. It's coming out of your check. You're paying taxes no matter what. That's just what's happening. But what you do with that money? So if you make $1,000, you pay 20% tax, you get an $800 check. Now with the $800 check, you can do what you want with it, right? You can be homeless. You can buy heroin. You can invest it. You can pay rent. You can do whatever, right? You can do whatever. So if you make $800, it's already taxed. If you decide to invest it into the market, then you're taking a risk. You know what I mean? You're taking a risk. And as of right now, you get taxed if you sell it, because then it's an income, which is fine. I think that's okay. It is what it is, right? There's long-term capital gains tax. Let me look it up. Long-term capital gains tax what is the long-term capital gains tax? So based on the taxable income, long-term capital gains for 2000 will be taxed at 0%, 15, and 20. Yeah, so 0, 15, and 20 depends on your taxable income and filing status. So it depends how much you're selling. So you pay that, and that makes sense. That's income. I understand that. That's fine. I'm taking the risk, but I'm making money. So I get that. The thing that I don't like is this idea that if I'm kicking ass, if I'm making a shit ton of money, let's say I made $100,000 in 10 years, or 1 year in the stock market, which some people have, that $100K should not be taxed until I sell it. As I sell it, I'll probably be taxed 20%. I take home $80K. That's fine. But what should not happen is the government comes in and says, I know you haven't sold it yet, but we have this new thing called unrealized tax. You have to pay us 10% of that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I took the risk. I haven't sold it yet. The market could crash. Another pandemic could break, and I can lose everything. Do you still tax me on that? Like, you see the issue with that? That's my issue with, like, this unrealized gain tax. I don't think it's thought out. I think it's a bad idea, and I think it stifles innovation. It makes you not want to do well in the market. And if you don't do well in the market, that means you're not playing the market. If you're not playing the market, it means you're not giving money to businesses. If you're not giving money to businesses, we can't innovate. We can't grow the economy. It's a bad idea. I think it's a horrible idea. There's plenty of people who don't pay taxes in this country right now. The middle class are pretty much the only people who pay taxes. We need to tax people. We need to collect taxes. We need to make sure people are paying the right amount of taxes. And we need to make sure people pay taxes. And then we can start worrying about the billionaires. Because in my opinion, the billionaires do plenty. They hire a shit ton of people. They push innovation. They give people salaries. Like, to me, they're the best. I have nothing against big corporations. I think there's some issues at times, but like overall, I don't think they should be able to fund politicians to run for president or whatever. I think that's wrong. But thank God for Bill Clinton bringing that law back. Anyways, guys, that's all I really got to talk about today. The main thing I want to talk about was the Dave Chappelle thing. So that's that, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. I will catch you guys in episode 239 of the Michael Lab Show. Until then, I'm going to go bankrupt, lose all my money. Shout out to America. Sudan is getting destroyed right now by its own army. Love you guys. I'll catch you guys in episode 239. Have a great Halloween. Be safe out there. Don't do anything fucking dumb. Peace out. See you.